Hello everyone, my name is Insomniac and welcome to another Late Nights with an Insomniac. In tonight's video I'll be looking into the weapons, armors, abilities, photo mode, returning enemies, and additional challenges for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. In my previous video I discussed the load times, transitions, planets, and accessibility settings. So if you missed it and want to check it out, there's a link in the description below. Additionally, I just want to say a quick thanks to all of you for checking out the video, and I hope that you thoroughly enjoy it. Let's get into it. One of the major aspects of any Ratchet and Clank game is their extensive arsenal of immense destruction. There are a handful of returning guns as always that are staple signature pieces of gear our heroes are always equipped with, but what's more interesting is the new gadgets, gizmos, ouchie makers, bad fun times, and the potential upgrade options. But that is not all. Oh no, not by a long shot. A very welcome surprise was the addition of a new but familiar alternate dimension arms dealing vendor. That's right, the altering of the universe seems to have no bounds, as Mrs. Zurkon is now the face of all your shooting needs. Not only is she a lively character with a lovely and extensive personality, but she also offers a vast array of weapons for anyone rebellious enough to take on the Emperor Nefarious and provide some quirky interactions as you peruse. It's such a refreshing take on a rather generic part of the game. Insomniac games are really exploring all avenues and are cranking them all up to 11. We get a very brief look at her wares and the overall UI for the weapon purchasing system, but it's just enough to see there is a potential for upgrades, which is a feature I have loved since its inception in Tools of Destruction. And we also get to see a few new guns and an easy to follow summary of the weapon's base stats, which is very nice. So far we've got to see in action the Topiary Sprinkler, which is a fun twist on the mini turrets. We also get to see options to purchase a Ricochet, which I hope is a throwback to the famous Buzzblades, or something similar. We also have the classic Burst Pistol, Shatter Bomb, and Enforcer, which features controls similar to that of in Ratchet and Clank 3. Alternate Dimension Mr. Fungi is the replacement for the Zurkon family, and the Negatron Collider is this dimension's take on the Alpha Disruptor, which you hold down to fire a massive penetrating beam that hits multiple enemies dumb enough to cower behind each other. Of course, it doesn't end there. Ratchet and Rivet's arsenal is synergized with the PlayStation 5's haptic feedback, so you can really feel what it's like to pull the trigger, and know when every shot meets its mark. Some weapons like the Enforcer are enhanced even more by how much you pull the trigger. Also remember, if you pre-order before June 11, you can get your trigger happy figures on the Pixelizer. Now, perhaps a new gun and dealing damage is not what you're in the market for, and perhaps you're looking to protect yourself with some armor. Whatever your needs, the finest forgers in the Omniverse can craft it. The brand new feature of customizing armor loadouts is something else I've wanted to see for a while now, and at long last I can kit Ratchet out with boots made for walking and fists made for talking. Amongst these dazzling new armor sets are some returning top seasonal iconic outfits, of which some are references to previous games, and are surprising to be sure, but welcoming indeed. A real treat for returning fans. Armors revealed so far include the Galactic Ranger set from the reimagining of the first installment, robot pirate gear, Praetorian Guard armor, which is a reference to the elite guard of Lombax as mentioned by General Azimuth, robot disguise, wasteland gear, Q-Force attire from the mentionable fortress building strategy game, the Captain's Starshield uniform from Gladiator, which is very fresh, and the fan favorite Carbinox armor from Ratchet and Clank 2 that you get as a pre-order bonus, physical or digital. To add to all of the hype, if you pre-order the digital deluxe edition, you also unlock 5 additional armors. Unfortunately, I do not believe these are included in a physical copy, but nevertheless, the armors are as follows: Android, Rebel, Imperial, Hacker, and Scavenger. Now, moving away from gear a little bit and more onto skills, for a long time now Ratchet's maneuverability has grown quite stale. With recent titles adding the improved hover boot mechanics, there hasn't really been much else over the years to develop the Lombax skill set. However, in Rift Apart, Ratchet gets slapped with the upgrade hammer big time, as now he and Rivet can wall run to increase maneuverability and dash around through what I assume is the assistance of the chaotic energy of the broken dimensions. These two new abilities can easily be chained together in quick succession to not only close large distances in no time at all, but also create some stunning clip-worthy moments in the heat of battle. With a bit of practice, you can become a master of space alteration and warfare. To really tie the knot, a very popular feature in recent games has made its way to Ratchet and Clank, allowing players to show off all their sick outfit combinations, achievements, and intense moments in still frame. With a large variety of tools to help with Ratchet, Clank, and Rivet's modeling career, you can easily turn an amateur photo into the next front cover piece of Galactic Stars Weekly. I don't know if that's an actual magazine, but hey. Another big topic for fans is in regards to the enemy forces our heroes find themselves up against. The big returning opposing force is the rebranded Goons for Less. Initially I thought it was Rivet's Dimensions version of Thugs for Less, but then it was revealed that Ratchet's Nefarious hired them. So my guess is that the name was tweaked due to a foreseeable problem surrounding the word thug. A similar situation actually happened with Toys for Bob's Spiral Reignited trilogy, where they changed the giant flying baby that dropped bombs name from Bombo to Bob, because for a couple obvious reasons it might not have sit well. The name change could also be because Dr. Nefarious's design approach follows closely to classical dramatic theatrical playstyles, where the villain is hunched, wears purple, is accompanied by a butler, and his subjects are often referred to as goons. Either way, I actually like the new name, and it suits them quite nicely, as they are a rather clumsy, half-witted organisation that still surprises me to this day that they have still managed to stay in business. The other side of the coin for Nefarious's army is the new robotic guards, which have a striking resemblance and mix of standard Nefarious troops, but also a blend of Emperor Tachyon's drop-hide soldiers, which makes sense considering Nefarious is now Emperor of a non-squishy lifeform central society. Towards the end of the video, it's shown that Clank puzzles will return for anyone who loves to play as the universe's best and smallest hero. Returning as well are vast open areas and the classic arena challenges for those who love to test their mettle and grind for random artifacts in exchange for large payouts. From the very quick look of it, Clank will be getting some dimensional upgrades, and hopefully, but doubtfully, we will see the return of some time tricks. I also really hope they bring back the design of Ratchet and Clank 3's Annihilation Nation, as that is by far my favourite arena. Amongst the returning classical variety seeking challenges, we see that new additions have been added, which include glitch challenges, pocket dimensions to uncover and explore, and a new take on aerial combat. There isn't much to cover at the moment with the glitch challenges and pocket dimensions, but I assume they will contain secrets and unlockables. Whether or not all these pocket dimensions and glitch challenges will be essential to the main story yet is unknown. But at a quick glance, the glitch challenges appear to have a fun, casual arcade vibe to them, so I do not think they are essential. But one thing is for certain, and that is that I cannot wait to get my hands on the game to find out. The last thing we briefly have flashed before our eyes is Rivet riding on a dino bird. This fun take on your typical spaceship piloting mission is a fun refreshment and is a nice breakaway from the common plot of crashing a ship, rebuilding a ship, then shoot baddies with said ship, and go on to the next planet. Instead, we get to control the skies and take on a space armada on the back of a giant bird, which I assume either has a mounted cannon or can spit fire, which is pretty awesome. And that does it for tonight's video. Thank you all so much again for checking it out. I've been having the best time covering information on what is one of my favourite series of all time, and I really hope you enjoyed watching it just as much as I enjoyed making it, if not more. If you did enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. There will be plenty more Ratchet and Clank based content, including updates and even live streams in the near future, so stay tuned. As always, I hope you have a good day and more importantly, a good night. Bye bye.